Good morning, everybody. It is Avalon. I am back and ready to hit this grand. Ooh, it says the motherload, 16,000. All right, let's see what we can do today with my $100 Renos. Let's pull out my $100. Put it in the machine. And I'll think of a story. Lobstermania 4, guys. Let's get started. Alright, so today I shared a little bit last time that I worked in a prop shop and I can sculpt. So I thought maybe I'd tell you a little bit about my sculptures and how I learned to do that. Ooh, guys. Lighthouses? Woo! Alright, so I learned how to sculpt when I was in makeup school. I learned originally just to sculpt prosthetics, and then after that I learned how to sculpt with other things than clay. So I originally just learned on oil-based clay and wet clay, which is a water-based clay, and my favorite is still personally the oil-based clay because it stays for a long time, almost forever, and you can keep coming back to it over and over. Wilds, guys! Wilds! Ooh, yeah! $13? $14! Nice! So that's my favorite medium to work with, but I also did learn how to sculpt with foam, with like styrofoam. So when I got out of school, worked on a few horror films, I realized that I was working a lot in props as well. So I found a prop shop to work for, and we made some really cool stuff there. They primarily made a lot of coral for fish tanks for the show Tanked, but I never really worked too much on the coral side of it, or any of the installs for Tanked, but that is what the company that I worked for did mostly. But what I worked on for them, the biggest project I worked on for them was making I think it was like 30-foot pirate ship that was actually a soda dispenser. And we had to sculpt, mold, cast, everything, all in a very short amount of time. And so I just remember that night being a little crazy. It was my first time working with fiberglass, which I never want to do again. I was so itchy. So if anybody's worked with fiberglass before, you know that if you get it on you, it's over. You're just going to be itchy. So after a 72-hour shift of working on this pirate ship, I ended up running to Walmart to just get different clothes because all the fiberglass was just in my clothes. And then after I went home, took a cold shower, because that's all you can do to close your pores to get the fiberglass out. And so I took a freezing cold shower to get as clean as possible and get all that fiberglass out. But after that 72-hour shift, my friend had invited me to go to a pumpkin patch. And I really wanted to go, so I went with her with no sleep. And then by the time we got home and we were carving pumpkins, I fell asleep while carving a pumpkin. Speaking of pumpkins, another thing that I actually made while working at this prop shop were giant pumpkins out of foam. So one was about 7 feet tall. And, ooh, wild, guys. Not a very good one, but that's okay. Oh, this one might be a good one. Come on, come on. I thought that was something good. We need those in the front. We need those in the front. Come on.
These almighty double cymbals.
Nothing, guys. We need those in the front. Sorry, back to the story. We made these giant pumpkins that you could literally stand inside. And then I just remember playing around in all the excess foam that had been cut away, and it was all just like a big pile of foam that you could jump into. It was so much fun. But the worst part about sculpting foam is the cleanup. you have to have an air blower or something to get all those tiny little pieces of styrofoam out of your space. I worked for another prop shop where we made a lot of things with like CNC machines, which I got a little familiar with. I wish I was more familiar with them now, especially since they've, you know, graduated to next levels since I worked in that industry. But I do remember one of the biggest projects that I worked on for them was a project where I had to paint giant casino chips for a party. I believe that was at the Stratosphere. They were just giant poker chips that they needed painted different colors and different numbers on them and things like that. But I just remember painting it in the back of a box truck in the middle of summer here in Vegas. So you can just imagine all the fumes in there and the heat and just the sweat. It was intense. Working in prop shops, I definitely got my workout in. Speaking of the Stratosphere, I was actually in a commercial and campaign modeling for them this past year. But that's a story for another time. Maybe I'll tell it next. But not just working for prop shops, I've worked in other shops that required me to make props or movie props, such as working for 1313 Effects every now and then. They do horror movies and they're based out of Boulder City. And I've helped make a few things for the Monster Museum back in the day. That is also in Boulder City. Tiny little hands for hours and hours. So that's all I remember. But that was for the hands of Puppet Master character, if you guys are familiar. Alright guys, I'm not doing so hot at this game right now. Oh, alright, a little win, 30 cents. Come on, we need a big win. More than $1, more than $1.
Let's get some wins to go with these multipliers.
With these multipliers. I like the way he talks. Let's get it. Oh, come on. Let's get it. Nothing. Wow. I'm amazed today. But if anyone has any questions about working at a prop shop, and if that's something you'd like to do, please reach out and ask me any questions. That would be amazing. It was definitely a short period in my life, but I did enjoy the work that I did, and I enjoyed being able to create so much, and also having a lot of freedom in my creations. But back to that pirate ship that we had to make that was a drink dispenser.
A king stack of symbols.
I had to crawl inside of it because I was the smallest person. And it was still fiberglassy in there. So I'll never forget crawling inside of a pirate ship just to fix the windows, just to hot glue the windows in. I'll never forget that as long as I live. I actually think I know what theme park it ended up at. I may not be able to say, but I think I want to go visit that theme park just to see my work one day. I mean, my work and my team's work as well. It was definitely not a one-man job. It was a full team job. Oh, guys, thought I was gonna win something. Next spin, maybe? Lobstermania is killing me. Maybe I'll get a bonus, and it'll bring me back to my $100 That would be a miracle. Oh, yeah, we're getting low. We're getting low, guys. Oh, no.
Here's some nice loot for ya.
I just highly recommend working in a prop shop if you're handy, if you have a passion for creating, and seeing your work out on a street somewhere or at a party or at an event. So that's what was really cool was in Vegas. I got to really see my work out in the open because it was for big events. So I really loved that. All right, let's focus on the game for a little bit because I am about halfway out of money. Ooh, okay. $2.50. We will take it.
Got me a wild whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper? I don't even know what that means. I like it. Oh, okay, this could be good. Yay! $3. Anything else for me tonight, guys? Oh, wow. Nice. Bringing my money up just ever so slightly. Bonus in the last few seconds. Or I'm getting up with just $50.
We've got some king
One or the
stacks
other.
coming up.
Bonus or bonus by $50. That's the goal. Come on, bonus. Come on, bonus. Okay. Why do I even say it? Looks like I'm getting up, guys. Have a nice day.